My name is Julia Wicklander from Girls Globe, and we're here at the Partners Forum in Johannesburg, and I have one of the youth delegates here with me to speak about how the Partners Forum has been and what expectations she has to take out after this forum. So I want to start by just letting you introduce yourself.
Okay, hi, I'm Sumaya. I'm from India, and I've come here in the capacity of being part of the Youth Advocacy Group of the Secretary General's Global Education First initiative. To respond to your question, I feel with the Partners Forum, one, this is my first time engaging with PMNCH as a whole, and what was really good was that we started with the youth pre-meeting, because that actually cleared up for all of us as young people what were the things, what were the opportunities, what were our recommendations, what should we expect, and what we really needed to put out as things that we wanted. And that's actually really good at the beginning, because it allows you to completely use the other 2 days. Within the 2 days, in terms of the meetings, a lot of conversations, a lot of things that we agree with. I think it was really good to have analysis and conversations where everyone did have young people as a priority, were looking at things in a holistic manner, weren't making things more specific and looking at issues in watertight compartments, and that's really something that is great. With the forum specifically, I come from a space which is more education related, and what I would like is that if more people from these other sectors are also involved, because the conversation over here, a lot of us do agree with it, but how do we get people who do not typically agree with our issue, or agree with it but don't see it as top priority, or sorry, excuse me, or don't see it as something that links to their work so directly, to get them and bring them into these conversations, because we do have a fairly solid group of people who we know are our partners and agree, but now I think it's a point to go beyond and get others to agree.
Yeah, and thank you so much. And you've been a part of a panel today as well. And PMNCH this year has really been trying to involve youth in many of the panels. Do you feel that your voice is being heard?
Yes, it's been very, very supportive. With young people and working as a youth advocate, I think it's always a two-way street. We need to be clear about what we're asking for, but we also need to rise to the occasion. And when we are given those opportunities, grab onto it and then work on it and work with all our heart and soul, so that and it also depends that when one young person gets an opportunity, the way they perform creates the space for others. So so I think that's really important. One, two, there has been a lot of conversation about having young people part as a constituency in PMNCH, which is extremely important. And when we do look at that constituency, to take from the conversations we've been having, to make it as representative as we can, because if you've heard most of the youth panels, they've all reiterated that point time and time again. So I think then the onus is on us that if we do get that chance and our recommendation is taken through, board meeting tomorrow, so we will know soon, that we do act upon it and create it in a manner that we expect the other constituencies to also look at it in.
Thank you so much, and thank you for your leadership. But before we end this interview, I just want to ask you a final question. What recommendations, if you can name a few, do you really hope will be taken out from PMNCH, and what do you really hope will be included in the post-2015 agenda? Okay. So with the post-2015 agenda, I feel right now the goals are fairly sorted. We know what's going to be there. The conversation's more within the indicators and smaller targets. I do believe that when we do look at all of them, we look at it in a more cross-sectoral manner, because if things are very separate at a high level, then when they do get implemented at a national and local level, they're even more separate. So in terms of services and access, it gets fairly compartmentalized. Secondly, even I work with education, and I feel and comprehensive sexuality education is in there, and to see ways and manners that we can put it in to extent sexual and reproductive health and rights are weak, they're usually the red lines. So to see in ways that we can ensure some of these critical issues being reflected in the next set of agendas. Yeah.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being a passionate leader. And I think that with leaders that are as passionate and driven as you, I believe that we will get these things into the post-2015 agenda and we will create a better world. Thank you so much.